There's a forgotten spot on your face that holds back the tears of generations, and it's active. You touch it when you rub your eyes, when you tense your face, trying to hold back what's already overflowing inside. That point doesn't respond to your pain. It vibrates with what was silenced long before you were born. It's right there, between your eyes, beneath your skin, like an invisible seal that traps the emotion that never had permission to come out. And as long as it remains shut, no matter how many words you say, your soul will keep begging in silence for a gesture to set it free. This video won't explain you. It will move through you. Because today, you'll reach the exact place where the unshed tear lives. And when this portal is touched the right way, nothing will hold back what's been trapped. This spot isn't just a part of your face. It's a vibrational seal, a silent guardian of what was never expressed. Between the eyes, behind the eyebrows, under the skin, it forms a kind of emotional lock your body learned to keep closed. But what few people know is that this seal didn't appear by chance. It was shaped over generations as a somatic response to everything that couldn't be said. Instead of words, silence. Instead of tears, tension. And that's exactly where accumulated pain hides, waiting for a gesture that finally sees it. This isn't a psychological concept. It's a vibrational code imprinted in your muscles, nerves, and the involuntary expressions your face still repeats. In ancient traditions, healers saw the eyes as oracles and the space between the eyes as a portal, not just a place of vision, but of release. Because some emotions don't leave through the mouth. They come out through the eyes, but only when this portal is activated. Throughout this video, you'll discover exactly where it is, why it was forgotten, and how to reactivate it with a simple yet deep ritual that releases soul tears, dissolves inherited weight, and restores the vibrational flow interrupted by pain. This isn't a practice for the mind. It's a code for the body. And when it's finally touched, the soul responds. In the quiet circles of mystery schools, the face was seen as more than flesh and bone. It was a map, a mirror, an oracle. Each region of the body was read as a vibrational key, but among them, there was one only the initiated knew. The point between the eyes, which wasn't called the center of vision, but the seal of retention. According to teachings attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, the body is the score where the soul either sings or goes silent. And when emotion is interrupted, this point closes, like a note that was never played. In alchemical rituals, this space was activated with precise touch, rhythmic breathing, and pure intention, not to see the invisible, but to release what had been trapped in the visible. Because the gaze can be a weapon, but it can also be a bridge between what was inherited and what needs to be released, between what vibrates deep in the flesh and what begs to pass through. This practice wasn't for everyone. It was taught in hushed voices, passed from body to body, like a sacred gesture that accessed more than emotion. It accessed ancestral memory, and when that point was touched with truth, the initiate would cry, not out of pain, out of release. Ancient wisdom saw it first, but science is beginning to understand. Research in somatic neuroscience shows that the area around the eyes is not just about appearance or expression. It's part of a deep neuro-emotional circuit activated in moments of pain, connection, or threat. The periorbital muscles, the trigeminal nerve, and the ventral branch of the vagus nerve form an invisible axis that regulates your emotional and social response. When this system locks up, the body enters a freeze state, not always visible, but definitely felt. It's the well-known freeze response, not fight, not flight, just holding. In this state, even tears stop. Emotion doesn't flow, breathing becomes shallow, and the face learns to simulate presence while suppressing pain. Polyvagal theory calls this protective disconnection. The body shuts the doors of expression to avoid collapsing from within. But this same point, the one that blocks, is also the point that can unlock. When touched with awareness, the nervous system gets the message. It's safe to feel now. And what once seemed like resistance is, in truth, a cry for care. That's the moment when science meets the sacred, and the body finally responds. The point between the eyes is not just an anatomical spot. It is a vibrational portal of ancestral retention. And like any portal, it can be activated if you know how to approach it. This isn't about pressing, massaging, or stimulating in the usual sense. This seal doesn't respond to force. It responds to listening. Before any physical gesture, your attention must shift. The body isn't a machine, it's a field. And this field only opens when you arrive with true presence, not with the expectation of a result. The first step is silent recognition. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to the space between your eyebrows, slightly above the midpoint. Do not touch it yet. Just notice what arises. There might be a heaviness, a density, a subtle restlessness, or nothing at all. But don't mistake absence of sensation for absence of retention. That point has learned to hide even from you. Stay there for a few minutes. Breathe into the point, as if you were gently irrigating it with air. This conscious breathing begins to melt the more subtle layers of freeze. You are signaling to your system, there is safety here. It's okay to release here. This is the first code. Without it, any practice becomes mere repetition. With it, the body understands that something real is about to happen. And only after this vibrational recognition can the physical gesture begin. Now that the field has been prepared, the gesture can be initiated, but never with haste, and never in distraction. You are about to touch a point that holds unheard voices, unprocessed emotions, memories that aren't even yours. With your eyes still closed, bring the tips of your index fingers to the space between your eyebrows. Do not press, just make contact. Touch as if you were listening, not trying to fix anything. Begin a gentle circular motion, clockwise, as if you were unlocking a vibrational lock. Let your touch be slow, rhythmic, almost ceremonial. At the same time, breathe deeply and imagine the air flowing directly through that point, creating space within. As you touch, repeat the following phrase silently. I release what does not belong to me. Say it without force. No need to focus or visualize. Just let the phrase move through you, like a drop dissolving the seal. You might feel warmth, pressure. You might feel the urge to sigh, yawn, or frown. These are signs the portal is responding. Let it come. Do not guide the experience, witness it. This point is like a shell that's been closed for centuries. It doesn't open with logic. It opens with presence. If tears come, don't hold them back. If nothing happens, stay with it. The vibration is already shifting, even if you don't notice it yet. Keep the touch going for 2 to 3 minutes. Then, gently release your hands. But remain there, breathing, with your eyes closed. This post-touch pause is essential. It's when the system recalibrates. It's when the body finally feels safe enough to let go. At the end of the gesture, something subtle begins to reorganize, as if an inner circuit had been reconnected, not by force, but by truth. This point doesn't just hold pain, it holds flow, and when touched with awareness, it restores what was once interrupted. Keep your eyes closed for a few more moments. Feel the space that is opened behind your forehead, between your eyebrows, around your eyes. There may be stillness. There may be emotion. Let it rise without filtering. Everything that surfaces now is vibrational information released from the freeze. If images, names, or memories appear, just observe. Do not analyze. The body is reorganizing its somatic library. This point is the link between holding back and expressing, between what was inherited and what will now be released. And by unlocking this seal, you're not just crying for what you felt. You're releasing everything that couldn't be cried before you. The ritual can be repeated whenever there's heaviness in your gaze, whenever the sadness has no name, whenever you feel something is stuck but you don't know where. This touch is a password, and every time it's used with truth, the portal responds. It's not about catharsis, it's about reintegration. Because when this point is thawed, what returns is not just the crying, it's your living vision, it's your clear expression, it's your creative field flowing again, free from the veil of what was never resolved. This is the body saying to you, the soul is breathing again. Avriel carried an unnamed weight in the center of her face. It wasn't pain, nor a clear emotion. It was a dense silence between her eyes, as if something there had been waiting long before she even existed. She didn't cry, not because she lacked feeling, but because the path between inner vibration and outer release had been sealed. One night, as she entered a deep state of presence, she felt a barely noticeable warmth rise between her eyebrows. It wasn't discomfort, it was a kind of memory with no image. Guided by a feeling that didn't come from the mind, she placed 2 fingers on that point and breathed with her whole body, as if opening a door from the inside out. The field responded. Time seemed to suspend, and a single tear fell heavy, precise, ancient. It wasn't sadness. It was the vibrational release of something her body had kept on hold. Avril didn't access a memory. She activated a code, and in that moment, the seal between worlds broke open. What keeps most people from accessing this point is not a lack of technique. It's the deeply rooted habit of doubting what the body whispers. The mind has learned to seek proof, guarantees, external validation. But portals like this don't open through logic. They open through presence. The most common objection is subtle. What if I'm just imagining it? But it's not imagination, it's vibrational perception, and it has always been there. You just stopped listening. The body doesn't need to believe, it needs to be given permission. And that permission doesn't come through effort, it comes through gesture. A simple touch, filled with listening. By repeating the ritual, even without feeling anything, something deep begins to move. Because the code doesn't respond to urgency, it responds to quiet consistency. The obstacle is not in the point, it's in the doubt you carry about yourself. And that doubt dissolves when you stop asking for permission to release what is already yours. You've made it this far for a reason you can't quite name, but your body knows, because there's a point you touch every day without noticing, and it carries memories that were never yours, but still vibrate within you. This point isn't anatomical, it's ancestral, and as long as it remains frozen, the flow of your soul stays held back. Even if your mind says everything is fine, but when it's touched with awareness, it's not just the body that responds. The lineage moves, the field reorganizes, the holding of centuries begins to flow. And there's nothing to understand in this moment, because what's being released was never mental. It was vibrational. It was inherited. As Paulo Freire once said, tears wash the wounds that the soul has no words to explain. And maybe That's the only language capable of dissolving what time locked away in silence. It's not about crying, it's about returning. It's about releasing what the body held onto out of loyalty, out of love, out of survival. You no longer need to hold back. You no longer need to hold on. Because some tears don't ask for permission to fall. They are response. They are ritual. They are liberation. If this video touched something true within you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That helps us expand this vibration to others who still carry frozen tears in their bodies. Write in the comments, "I release the cry of my soul and reactivate my sacred field." This verbal seal affirms your presence on the path of conscious vibrational release. Share this video with someone who still feels a weight they can't name. It might be exactly what their body has been waiting for. And don't stop here. Click on the screen and dive into another transformative piece of content from this channel. Each gesture of deep listening brings you closer to your most authentic expression. Remember, what isn't released repeats, but what is heard dissolves.